Radha Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama My God, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gaur Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone. So please join together to invoke the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Yenanjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namo Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanitangscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpataruvesya Kripa Sindhubhayeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. I'm glad you all have joined us to continue our journey on Bhakti Shastri. So we are beginning with chapter 2. So far, anybody has any question? What we understood up till chapter 1? Anyone has any question? No question? No. Just to give you the summary title, what we finished in the introduction is the definition of bhakti. What is the definition of bhakti? Where do we find it? It's in the introduction. In the introduction, we found the definition of bhakti. And chapter 1 describes 6 characteristics of bhakti. You have to make a photocopy on your forehead whole life, that where the nectar devotion 19th chapter, just like Bhagavad Gita, I mean, because I was contemplating after many years, now it's in front of me. I can see chapter 1, Arjuna speaking, Vishad Yoga. When somebody has a depression, don't try to advise. This is what I learned in chapter 1, Bhagavad Gita. You listen. Krishna, what did he do in chapter 1, Bhagavad Gita? He listened and listened and listened. When somebody is depressed, you allow that person to speak. And then after Arjuna spoke, then Krishna started giving advice. When? Empathetic listening means when Arjuna asked Krishna for advice. Karpanna dosa apahata svabha. So these are the symptoms. So chapter 1 is the 6 characteristics of bhakti. Then chapter 2 today we'll discuss is about describing its practice. Chapter 2, its practice. And third chapter, hopefully today we'll finish, will describe the basic qualification for practicing bhakti yoga. So let's test our memory. What did we study so far on chapter 2? I'm sure every one of you read it because I saw Gopal Radhe Prabhu also posted that everybody please read chapter 2. So we will start with chapter 2 and let's see what happened. In the chapter 2, we must remember 2 things in the subject of nectar devotion. What is the key point? Something that your head, brain, not necessarily this physical brain, I mean the heart or spiritual brain, to hook onto it. So in chapter 2, we have a few key points. Key point is, number 1 is that Uttama Bhakti has a 3 stages, not 3 types. You understand the difference between types and grades. Like if you are on a first grade, then you're going to go to 2nd grade, 3rd grade. Would you say there are 3 types of classroom to a maybe 3rd person who is visiting the school? But you would not tell the student, well, you can choose. You just took the admission in the school. You can choose on 3rd grade or 2nd grade or 1st grade. Or they have to go sequence. Somebody can answer me that question? Am I making clear the question? Uttama Bhakti, can they hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So my question, can somebody answer? Is there a 3 types of bhakti or is there 3 stages of bhakti?
There's 3 stages of bhakti.
Why you are saying stages?
Because
Because we gradually move from one stage to another stage to another stage.
Very good. The prema bhakti is the goal of sadhana. Even though all these 3 are one, uttama bhakti, but this is a very good key point Gopal Radhe Prabhu mentioned. We must always remember this. When you come to temple, why you are here? You want to do bhakti. And you need 2 things. We discussed last week. You need chesta, you need also bhava. Like you're doing Guru Puja or Prabhupada. What are you thinking in your mind? That's one thing. Say you're dressing the deity or you cooking for the deity. People can see what you're doing with your body, with your senses, but they cannot see what you're thinking. But to do bhakti, you need both. Everybody remembers that? Bhava Rupa, Chesta Rupa. I discuss a whole 1 hour. It's so important. So now we are on the 2nd chapter. We're talking about bhakti, beginning, the stages of devotion. Prabhupada titles this chapter, 1st stage of devotion. So when we talk about sadhana bhakti, beginning from chapter 2, there's a 3 stages or categories, Prabhupada writes, means sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, prema bhakti. All 3 together called uttama bhakti. Everybody understood? Uttama bhakti means all 3 together. But they are not an option. Oh, I don't want sadhana. I don't want to chant and go through so many things in life. I'll just go to prema bhakti quick. Jump in it. Is it possible? A question. Is it possible?
No.
Very good answer. And if somebody claims that actually they can promote this, they are called sahajiya. Now you heard the word sahajiya? They are called sahajiya. Something you should remember. The God, Krishna, is both. He's great and he's sweet. So God is both what? He's great and sweet. When we come to understand his greatness, majestic aspect, awe and reverence, then what it promotes, it's evoke our submission. Now I'm going to ask you a question. You have to pay attention. These are technical. But if you know this technical, you can advance very quick. Within this life, within few days, you can remain in New Orleans or New York or Florida and be happy inside. If you know those technical, then whatever you do, you can put together. Yes, am I doing pure bhakti or not? Let me think. Oh my God, I'm not thinking about it. Oh, I'm thinking about Krishna, but I'm not doing anything to please him. So you like technical. Technical is what makes it effective. So let's go back. God is both great and sweet. Knowing or understanding his greatness promote awe and reverence. So then it will evoke your submission, surrender. Now, to aware of his sweetness, it will evoke your affection. Everybody must remember, when you are aware of his sweetness, Krishna's sweet pastimes. Oh, Krishna was playing with the monkeys. Krishna was playing with the dog, and he wanted to see how much his fist goes inside the dog's mouth, and he put his hand and pushing it. And Mother Yashoda said, oh my God, how can he put this hand in the mouth of the dog? Oh my God. So everybody's getting panic. It's sweet. When you hear this, oh, just like a child playing. So Krishna's sweet pastime evokes our affection. Do we need submission or affection or both? Somebody answer, please. Come on, you are not new all.
Both.
Do we need submission or affection?
Both.
Or both?
Both.
Who is saying both?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Come, I don't see.
Switch your view.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, Mona Mataji. Very good answer. So we need both. Which one we need first, or both should come simultaneously? Now you're going to guard yourself in spiritual path in this proper direction if you can know it. I'm going to repeat again. If you know the greatness of God, majestic aspect, Narayan, Paramatma, where is Paramatma? In everywhere, universal form. Wow. There is nothing beyond. God is everywhere, everything. Krishna ek sarvasvai, Krishna sarvadham, Krishna sarire sarva vishwaro vishram. Those verses Chaitanya Mahaprabhu promote that Krishna body is everything. If you meditate on Krishna, you're meditating everything. If you love Krishna, you will love everyone, everything you will love. Those are majestic aspect, greatness, and it evokes submission. But when we hear Krishna was riding on a shoulder of shoulder of this Mataji, who finally caught Nanda Maharaja's son, Jashoda's son, and finally confronted Jashoda, and Jashoda is laughing. He said, "Why are you accusing my son? My son is sleeping inside." He said, "No, he's on my shoulder." So then she pulled him down. It was her own son. And she was like a dumbstruck. Now that's very sweet, hilarious. So then took her own son and she's going back. And then all of a sudden, she's holding the hand of her own son. Then all of a sudden, she noticed it was Krishna. He said, "Why are you tricking me?" He said, "Next time you take me to my son with red-handed, I will appear as your husband, which will embarrass you more." And she's like, "How do you do this?" So that's very sweet. It's like a Krishna will steal butter from your house, but you cannot complain. And they don't. They love it. But it appears like they're complaining. So that's very sweet. So when we hear Krishna's sweet pastime, Damodar Lila, it evokes our affection for him. So question is, which one we needed? And one mother says, we need both. So my question is, which one you need first, or it will come simultaneously? You remember in the beginning of the discourse, we said, participate. Participate, try to think, because you grow up with those pastimes.
Prabhuji, I think simultaneously.
Okay, that's a good thought, but our acharyas are suggesting our submission should be first. If we do not surrender and we try to go into Krishna Lila and love only Krishna Lila, I don't like philosophy, I don't want to understand nectar of devotion, it's too much technical. Oh my God, I have to remember there's 3 types of Uttama Bhakti. What are those? Oh my God, so many. I just want to hear how Krishna stole the butter. If you are attracted to that without understanding this philosophy, you will turn into Sahajiya. This is the warning. Without understanding Siddhanta, only attraction to Ras Leela, Prabhupada in his books condemn this. This is not a good mentality. Because, okay, now let me ask you this question. How would you taste the sweet rice if you never tasted sweet rice in a salty cup? Say you are given a cup, you never know what is sweet rice, and cup is filled half with salty water. And somebody put the sweet rice in the salty water, and then you're going to eat it. Anybody can tell how the taste? I don't know if anybody tried. I tried actually, that's why I'm giving you that example. You may think like you have a really dummy teacher, because I am dummy. Because when I heard this Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's, so I took a little salt and mixed with water, and I told the devotee, put some sweet rice here. He said, "Oh, you have water." I said, "No, it's more than water. It's a salty water. Put it." So he put it, and I tried to eat it. I could not get sweet out of it. If you don't believe me, you try it, and then you let me know. So my point is, if my heart is dirty, and we are trying to relish Krishna consciousness, you will be frustrated, disappointed. You will say, "I am with Hare Krishna movement, Krishna consciousness, ISKCON so long, I don't feel spiritual happiness." Sir or ma'am, this is the problem. We have to purify our heart. We cannot just think, okay, I'll get the taste. Whatever I do, I want to do, I'll do it, but I want to get the taste. It's not possible. You have to purify your heart. So to purify the heart, submission, surrender is number 1. Now, let me ask you another technical question. I'm sorry, I'm going a little off, but these are so important points. I hammer it in Alachua, because I had a study group. I had so many study groups here. Now, if you say you are interested only for purifying the heart, forget about sweetness. Because Prabhu says we need to surrender. Prabhupada said we need to surrender. Everybody says surrender to God. Okay, I'm only focusing surrender to God and no interested to hear about Krishna's beauty, Krishna's pastime. Is it okay?
No,
Why?
because then what's the point of surrendering onto someone if you don't want to hear about the pastimes and qualities of that person?
Very intelligent devotee you are. Yes, if we only focus only surrender and not interested for reciprocation with Krishna, to love him and enter into that domain of ecstasy, then we'll turn into become like impersonalist. And problem is also Rupa Goswami Pad says our heart will become hard-hearted. You know, hard-hearted, like nectar will come like a water rain and it will drop on a rock. How much rock absorb the water? Not much. It's all slide down. So our heart has to be softened, not weak heart like the sense gratifier, like karmis, not hard-hearted like gyanis. It's in the madhyama, in the middle, like a not hard, not soft. Then you can sow the seed and it will grow. Bhakti is in the middle. Bhakti is planted. Where? In the soft heart. Not hard heart, not weak heart. Weak heart is like that. There was a funny, because we went on Ratha Jatra a couple years back and this lady was crying and crying. Why? I mentioned you. Because the snake is eating the frog and it's so painful she cannot take it anymore. So what to do? Leave the snake die and no snake should be alive, only frog should be alive? This is called weak heart. They don't understand the cycle of this world. This is natural for a snake to eat a frog or a lion to eat a deer. Rescuing deer from the mouth of a lion is not anything special. That's their natural food. So they are called weak heart. Sounds like, oh, we cannot be harsh to them. No, we should not be harsh, but we should educate them that there is no benefit of lamenting for this world's things. We should be compassionate, but we should also educate them, not just leave them innocent, ignorance. Okay, so we got everybody understood that we should not be just only focus submission or affection. If we only have a sweetness, then we may turn into sahaja. If we have only greatness, we may turn into impersonalism. We need a balance. We want to submit, also hear about Krishna, surrender to Krishna, surrender to Krishna, hear about Krishna. So this is all about bhakti. Okay, now we are back to the chapter 2. What are the three main categories of devotional service? We just mentioned. Who can say it?
Bhava Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti, and Prema Bhakti.
Wonderful. Very good. You have to remember those. Uttama Bhakti means 3 stages. Very good. The 3 categories of devotional service which Srila Rupa Goswami describes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu listed as devotional. Prabhupada writes, now if you are not Bengali, if you are not familiar with the language, you may have difficulties. But nevertheless, if you can remember those words, it will help in future. But if not, English is enough. Prabhupada gave in English is enough. So Prabhupada writes Sadhan Bhakti as a devotional service in practice. Same thing. And Bhava Bhakti, devotional service in ecstasy. And Prema Bhakti, Prabhupada writes devotional service in pure love of Godhead. So when you hear devotional service in ecstasy, means immediately you think it's Bhava Bhakti. Now Bhava Bhakti is a goal for sadhana, but it's not ultimate goal. I want you to understand these technical things. Bhava Bhakti is in the middle between sadhana and prema. But without bhava, you cannot go to prema. Now there is another key point. Maybe I'm throwing it in ahead. Many chapter later we'll read it. If you achieve prema, you will never fall down. But from bhava stage, possibility of falling down is there. There's a little technical things. So each category service display two distinction characteristics we discussed previous chapter. The sadhan bhakti deals with kleshagni and subhada, means relinquishing all the sufferings and bestowing the auspicious qualities. In previous chapter we discussed. And then bhava bhakti gives two characteristics. One is moksha logata krit. You will see insignificant of liberation idea, and sudurlabha bhakti is very rare, very rare. And then on the prema bhakti are two, also produce two characteristics. One is the sandrananda visheshatma. You feel a happiness, this has no calculation, million times more than any happiness. We discuss about it, the comparison of happiness as a human being to higher, all the way to Brahmananda. Then 1,000 trillion multiplication is the happiness of Prema Bhakti. So that Prema Bhakti produces that happiness. Also the Prema Bhakti has a special quality to attract Krishna. Krishna is under the love of devotee. Krishna is not under the devotee. Krishna is under the love of devotee. That is very nice key point. Srila Prabhupada explains in this chapter the generality, because I'm just summarizing the whole chapter. Generally, it is understood that in the category of devotional service in practice, what is devotional service in practice means? Sadhan Bhakti. There are two different qualities. Now, before we understood that Sadhan Bhakti gives two benefit. Everybody remember Kleshagni and Subhada. Now, Srila Prabhupada in this chapter, he writes that this Sadhan Bhakti has a two different quality. And this will answer you, it will answer your lot of doubts. Also, it will answer in future, you talk to your friend and they will say, how come that devotee, he just joined, what's his name? Bhakta Ramdas. Bhakta Ramdas joined in 2021. Not yet, but in future. Say 2021, he just joined. And within a year, he became so advanced. He like memorized so many things. Where is coming from? How did he do this? He was born in America. How can he be advanced so more quick? And somebody is practicing for 60 years. He hardly remembered Dharmashketre, Kurushketre. What is the next line? Samaveta. Oh no, I forgot. How is possible? Sometimes we think like this. This paragraph answers, Prabhupada writes very nicely. He says that there are two different qualities. Everybody must remember. Devotional service in ecstasy has 4 qualities and devotional service in pure love of Godhead has 6 qualities. So today this chapter has only 2 qualities in the beginning. In Sanskrit or Bengali, if you need to know, it's called Praktan Sanskar. And the second one is Adhunik Sanskar. It is not in Nectar of Devotion, but it is in original Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu book where I read. Sometimes I like Sanskrit words because it gives a illumination easier for me. Not necessarily everybody will be same. Somebody will love English word and they can see the same illumination or more even better than me. So possibility is there. So Sadhan Bhakti has a 2 different quality Prabhupada writes here. One is attraction for devotional service. Having described the characteristics of pure devotional service, Srila Rupa Goswami now explain the qualification, the practicing it. If one simply has an attraction to execute devotional service, he is qualified to begin practicing. Generally, this attraction comes from devotional service executed in previous life. Have you ever met somebody that you talk about Krishna and they're immediately interested? He said, tell me about it. Oh, wow. You have a book or somewhere I can read? And some intelligent boy or girl you may find on your school or your work, and you tell them about God, Krishna. They say, yeah, I know, but has no interest. Trying to be nice, but has no interest. And you wonder, why the other person is so interested? So Prabhupada answered just by one line. He says, this attraction comes from devotional service executed in previous life. I'm sure you remember that sentence in 2nd chapter. That means what you are doing today, even if you die today, if I die today, there is no loss for me. Absolutely, there is no loss. Whatever I understood, it's going with me. But as for my money, my house, my relationship with this world, everything finished. But spiritual asset, nothing is lost. Naha vikramana shasti prattavayo na vidyate. Salpam apiyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya. So spiritual devotional practice is so sweet. It's like a golden bank. A bank you deposit, it's never lost. And you can withdraw as much you want, but original amount is still there. So nice, huh? So we should promote that bank, and we should have more people open the account, means enter into bhakti. How then question comes, how then does devotional service begin? If you say somebody is interested because previous life he did it, how then devotional service began? Prabhupada also answered. He says devotional service begins with the causeless mercy of a devotee. Now, causeless mercy, you're thinking, I know what's the meaning of causeless mercy. I want you to think little difference. If you think it is the causeless mercy of pure devotee that everybody became devotee, then you think Prabhupada did not have a causeless mercy for the whole world. Did he or he did not? Then why everybody did not become devotee? Only 5 or 10,000 during Prabhupada's time. Try to understand this point. We misunderstand what causeless mercy means. Causeless mercy means we think there has no cause. So Prabhupada wanted to deliver, like Vishnujan Swami, he told to Prabhupada, thank you so much. You have done so much for me. I love you, Prabhupada. I appreciate you. And Prabhupada says, oh, thank you, but I'm merciful to everybody. Those who are taking, like you are taking it and you are appreciating. But Prabhupada said, I'm merciful to everyone. So what is the missing point here?
One's endeavor.
Sorry?
One's endeavor. Chesta.
Willingness. Yes, Prabhu. Willingness, the free choice, it has to come from you. Even if you have a mercy of your guru, you have a mercy of everybody. But if you don't want to chant, they cannot force you. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted all the soul to go back home, back to Godhead. Then why we are not back home, back to Godhead? We are in the coronavirus zone. It is our own choice. How fast can you go to spiritual world? It is not up to Krishna. Krishna already sanctioned. There is a beautiful verse, Krishna explained. Nirapeksham munim shantam bimatsara samadarshanam anuvrajami aham nittam pujet angri renuvi. Krishna says, I want to deliver all of you through the foot dust of my pure devotee. So anybody got in touch with the great soul, you are all delivered. Then why taking 1 life or 2 life or 10 life or 5 life? It depends on individual soul. How fast we want to go. Srila Prabhupada writes 2 things are very important. Intensity and purity is the measurement how fast you want to advance. It is not the part of today's course, but I will just mention you because this question will come in your mind or somebody will ask you. So how does devotional service begin? Prabhupada writes, very nice. Devotional service begins with the causeless mercy of a devotee. But by this mercy, one may unknowingly execute devotional service. Ajnana or ajanata or ajnana sukriti. And then it develops a slight taste for attraction to do bhakti. This attraction grows as one engages in more devotional service. Eventually, it qualifies one for serious commitment to sadhana bhakti. Generally, this occurs over the span of many lifetimes. So this is a key point. How are you going to progress? Attraction or taste, Prabhupada writes, is the qualification. Attraction or taste is the qualification for making a commitment to the systematic cultivation of sadhana bhakti. However, there is no qualification required for receiving causeless mercy and beginning Ajnana Sukriti. Then, spiritual advancement is eternal, as we discussed. One's qualification for sadhana bhakti depends on the strength of his taste or attraction to Krishna. The more pronounced the taste, the greater qualification. This is why Srila Rupa Goswami Pad states the devotional service can be classified by his particular taste. This is very nice. It's in the page 19, old book. Consequently, advancement in Krishna consciousness is not based on our intellectual ability. Haribol. Sometimes we misunderstand. We think, that boy or that girl is so smart, intelligent. They will advance quickly. And this Prabhu in the kitchen only knows how to clean the floor and does not know anything else. For him, it will take million life or something like that. No. This is not the qualification. We have to be very careful. Prabhupada writes this. Advancement in Krishna consciousness is not NOT based on our intellectual ability. But then what? What is based on? But on our taste. You know, taste, ice cream. Anybody ever heard the word ice cream? Nobody ever heard? Oh, they heard. They're smiling. So it must be there. Yes, it is the taste, but on our taste for hearing Krishna Katha. When you like to hear about Krishna Katha, Srila Prabhupada says, for person who have a natural taste for understanding books like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, devotional service is easier than for those who are simply accustomed to mental speculation and argumentative process. This is very important. I want you to remember for your life that there was one devotee from Alachua was giving a Bhakti Shastri course. He mentioned those key points that Prabhupada is emphasizing. I am emphasizing to keep yourself in your heart. Write it in your heart. Where is the testing machine? You know, testing machine, you want to test something, test. What is the testing machine for growing, if you are advancing in spiritual life or not? You know, to test something, you need a machine. What is the testing machine? Anybody?
The heart.
Huh?
The heart.
That's a good guess, Prabhu. Very nice. But write it down. Testing machine is inside me. What is the testing machine, Prabhu? Inside us. Now, another key point you have to write. The test of success in bhakti is the taste for bhakti. Can somebody repeat to me what I just said? How do I know you have heard it?
The test,
Sorry?
yeah, I'll tell. The test for the success of bhakti is the taste of bhakti.
Okay, next time Gopal Radhe Prabhu cannot say. He is grasping it. I want other two tell me that. Everybody got it? What he says is so true. The test of success in bhakti is the taste. Do you feel you want to do it? Do you love it? Do you love to chant? Do you have a feeling to chant? Then you are advancing. If you are doing out of duty, it's okay until the taste comes. Taste is the, Prabhupada twice he repeated in the purport. It is so important. Now I'm going to give you another key point on this. Happiness is found not in sensation, but in absorption. Absorption. This is very important. Why? Because happiness is not a product of sense gratification. It is a byproduct of dedication. Everybody will remember this. This is very important. Now we'll go to the page. Prabhupada writes, definition of sadhana bhakti. Srila Prabhupada begins the second wave of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by summarizing Srila Rupa Goswami's definition of sadhana bhakti. The page, I don't know if the same book, I think we all have the same book. Page 20. The original text is in the Srila Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita. That sloka is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 22, chapter 105. In our 5 minutes break, maybe you can put it out so everybody can see. The verse goes beautiful. I memorize this because this is the definition of sadhana bhakti. Kriti saddha bhavet saddha bhavasa sadhana vidha nitta siddhasya bhavasya prakritam ridi saddhata. Means when transcendental devotional service by which love for Krishna is attained is executed by the senses, it is called sadhana bhakti. Two key points there. When you do something, whether it's chanting or you are in the temple or reading, see if you do these two things. Your goal, purpose of reading or chanting or cleaning the temple or dressing the deity to develop love. If your goal is not there, then you are missing the sadhana bhakti definition. Sadhana bhakti means you engage your senses and your intention is to achieve goal of life. If you cannot focus on goal of life every time you are serving or doing anything, even you go to school, you think like you're going to school or college for what? To get more education so you can maintain this body and make a beautiful temple room in your house, and you can raise children or get married, raise children, make them good devotee. Like this, you connect. Why? So that they all will have a love of Godhead in their life and you engaging your mind and senses. These two things. You have to engage your senses, and goal is anything you do. Goal is What is goal? Right now you are listening me. What is your goal? What is the purpose of this Bhakti Shastri course? To get a certificate, yeah? Everybody agrees with that? Is that the purpose right now for Bhakti Shastri, to get a certificate? Or something else? Someone answer, please. Jagannath Prabhu is highlighted. What's going on?
To develop love for Krishna.
Very good. Bhakti Shastri, you learning, certificate will come, but that's not your should be purpose. Purpose is that you will understand the technical part where we are in our conditional state and where we want to go. So goal is to develop love for Krishna. And how you're going to develop love for Krishna? By engaging your senses, hearing. Now you're paying attention, you're thinking, you engage your mind, what you thought, what you heard. That's how. So this is Uttama Bhakti. What we are doing right now, is it Bhakti Shastri course or also it is Sadhan Bhakti? Which one? Or both?
Both.
Very good answer. What's his name? Bhagavat Mandal. Very smart boy. Good. Okay, now we are going to Srila Prabhupada explanation. In other words, Sadhan Bhakti is a practice executed with the senses, which brings on the manifestation of Bhava Bhakti. So if you remember this, engage your senses and your goal is focused. Even you going to temple, driving the car, you thinking, where I'm going to temple? To see the deity, for what? Or to hear Harikatha, for what? To develop love for the Lord. Constantly focus to develop love for the Lord. I'm doing this and I'm going to engage my senses. What senses? My ear, I'm going to hear. I'm going to use my eyes to see the deity. And purpose is focused and engagement, senses is focused. Then it is Uttama Bhakti. This way, whole day, whole night, you can be in Uttama Bhakti performers. Srila Prabhupada comments on this definition, begin at the second paragraph of page 20, continue to the first paragraph to page 21. Very nice point Prabhupada made. So I put a highlight, relation to sadhana to bhava. Our immediate goal is Bhava Bhakti. Everybody to remember, please, Bhava Bhakti is not going to drop from the sky. That you practicing, all of a sudden, Haribol, I got the bhav within me, ha ha ha. It dropped from the sky. No, it's not going to drop like this. How it's going to appear in your heart? You hear how Prabhupada says. Srila Prabhupada explains that practice means to engage the mind and senses in a particular type of work. What kind of devotional service would you like to do? See within you what you are inclined. Somebody likes to dress the deities. I see in Alachua. Some devotee likes to sing. Somebody likes to cook. Somebody likes to do some decoration. Somebody likes to write. Somebody likes to speak. Whatever inclination you have, you engage that inclination. Then you will advance quick. Don't try to force or adapt someone else's inclination. See what you are naturally attracted. Do something practical, Prabhupada says. Do something practical that you feel like to do. So here Srila Prabhupada writes, Srila Prabhupada explained that practice means to engage the mind and senses in a particular type of work. Sadhan Bhakti means to engage our mind and senses in some work for Krishna. See, the goal is Prabhupada mentioning. Who are you doing? Driving to the temple for who? For Krishna. Why? Because if I develop love for Krishna, then I will serve Krishna. Krishna will be happy. So are you driving for Krishna or driving for yourself? Somebody answer, please.
For Krishna.
Very good. So it is not that sadhan bhakti mechanically generates bhava bhakti. This is so nice the way Prabhupada put. It is not something mechanical. That you start the ignition automatically now, put the gear and the car will go. Not like this. Bhakti is not a mechanical, nor is it achieved by the mechanical process. Then how the bhakti will come? Bhakti causes bhakti. What causes bhakti? Only bhakti. Now how it is, I'm now going to put a link. So question may come, you have to answer. How does sadhan bhakti brings on the manifestation of bhava bhakti? This is the question. How sadhan bhakti produce or bring on the manifestation of bhava bhakti? Adhering to the practice of sadhana purifies the heart. Gradually, a genuine longing. Do you know longing? You ever heard longing, the word? Prabhupada, why Prabhupada used that word? Everybody heard longing? I only see 2, 3. The rest, they don't understand what is longing. Do you know what is longing? You better learn. Did you ever heard those songs? Kabe Sri Chaitanya More Koribe na daya. You heard that song? In New Orleans temple every day they sing greetings the deity. In Mayapur they do, and New Orleans temple. In Alachua we don't do this, but it's very nice. You have a privilege there. What is that song? Kabe Sri Chaitanya. You are longing. Oh when that day will come. If you say I don't feel it, then you pray to Lord. My Lord, when will be the day I will be praying to you sincerely with my heart? My Lord, when will be the day I will cry for you? My Lord, when will be the day I will feel affection for you? This should be the very key point, Prabhupada writes. It is not mechanical. Oh, you know what I did, Prabhu? 30 years I washed the dishes. Prabhu, 30 years I cleaned the temple. Yes, it is all good. Nothing is lost. But it will never bring, there is no guarantee it will bring you to Bhava Bhakti. Because you are conscious being, you are not the body. Bodily function is good. But consciously you have to think, my Lord, I don't have a love. My Lord, I'm trying to chant. Please accept my chanting. I'm chanting Hare Krishna. I know it is not reaching to you, but I'm praying. Please accept me. This longing is very important. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, Narottam Das Thakur writes so many songs. Mother Jamuna Devi was asking Prabhupada one time, the Prabhupada, what is the best favorite song of yours? Prabhupada says, all the songs. No, Prabhupada, you have to tell me one song is the most. Anybody want to guess which song was it? You knew it, but it forgot. Anybody knows? Come on, audience. Hari Hari Bifale Jana Maguainu. My Lord, I have wasted time. Oh my Lord, I did not reach you. What am I talking? What is that song about? Can somebody tell me? What is that song about? Longing. Longing. My Lord, I haven't received your mercy. Please. And Prabhupada started crying when he was singing that song. This is natural. And more you become advanced, more you want Krishna's mercy. So longing is eternal. Have you seen the picture of Nectar of original Nectar of Devotions picture that Radharani is offering flower to Krishna? Krishna is standing with three-banded form. Radharani is begging, please allow me to serve. No, she is offering flower at the feet. This is a new picture. She's offering flower at the feet, and Krishna is playing the flute. Radharani is begging, please. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur write this song. Radhikar dasi jodi hoye abhiman shigroy milay tabo gokulakan. That we have to develop that humility, humble service attitude. Longing is the key. I really want you to think about it. If somebody you see that long time in the movement but not feeling, means they are not surrendering. The surrendering means longing will come. Kobe hobe bolo sedino amar. There's another famous song. So many songs. Kobe hobe bolo sedino amar. Like, why so many songs of longing? Because that is the sign of achieving bhava bhakti. Without feeling longing, you will not get bhava bhakti. When you have a time in Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 12th chapter, maybe Gopal Radhe Prabhu can find this sentence. Prabhupada writes, 4.12.33. If you read that paragraph, you'll think, why Prabhupada is thinking like this? It's in Bhagavatam. Prabhupada writes, the Krishna consciousness movement is spreading now all over the world. Sometimes I think that even though I am crippled in many ways. Now let me ask you, you want to deliver Prabhupada or Prabhupada came to deliver us? Can somebody answer? Quick. Come on, taking that long time.
Prabhupada came to deliver.
In that paragraph, you know what Prabhupada writes? If one of my disciples becomes as strong as Dhruva Maharaj, then he will be able to carry me with him to Vaikuntha Loka. Why Prabhupada write like this? Do you know? Because he's so advanced, he's feeling longing for the Lord. You understand the point? Prabhupada writes because this is genuine. Barahari Prabhu tells me, Prabhupada was sitting in his Beshashan and watching a play with so many devotees, and there is a new Bhakta joined. And one new Bhakta was next to Prabhupada Beshashan in the back. And Prabhupada turned his face like this. And new Bhakta never talked to Prabhupada. He just joined yesterday. Prabhupada told him, can you pray for me, please? I want the mercy of Lord. Now, when you hear this, what do you understand? Can somebody tell me? I want to see if we are all on the same
His
page.
long-
Huh? Who is speaking? Why did Prabhupada ask that new Bhakta to pray for him?
Out of humility.
Gopal Radhe Prabhu, you cannot answer anymore. You are right. That's a very good answer. But this is a natural. Everybody to understand this. This is a natural. And if you don't feel like this in your heart, you are not going to achieve bhava bhakti. It is not mechanical. That's my point. The whole article that Prabhupada wrote in the 2 paragraphs, that this is not mechanical. That just by chanting 10 years, I'll get bhava bhakti. It is not going to be like this. The measurement will be like, do you feel? Do you have a feeling for the Lord? And if you have a feeling, you will be crying. You will be longing. My Lord, I'm chanting, but I don't think it is a pure chanting. I want you to hear me. I want you to hear my chanting, that I'm calling you out. I want your mercy. Like this attitude is very important. I'm also trying to practice this. I don't have that, but I do pray. I'm being honest to you. I pray every day for that. Now, next Prabhupada writes, oh, it's 12 o'clock here, right? So we take a 5 minutes break, or everybody is fresh, or how do we do? Gopal Radhe Prabhu.
Well, it's up to everybody else. We're not taking a break. It's getting interesting now.
Getting interesting? Okay. Okay. Is everybody okay? Can you raise hand if everybody is okay? Just I want to see if everybody is okay. Only 50%, now 60%, 70%. Shama Sundar Prabhu is thinking, maybe I need a 5 minutes break, maybe not. Everybody is okay.
Let's take a 5-minute break, Prabhuji, and then we can do it.
Okay. All right. We'll be back in 12:07, exactly 12:07. It's 1 hour, it's a long time. Huh? You know, I'm doing something wrong. I'm not finishing the chapter. Quick. I'm going so many things.
Yeah, there are lots
I
of
don't
details.
plan for it, but Krishna reminds what to do.
There are
What did
20
you learn so
details.
far?
I learned that there's 3 types of bhakti. There's 3 types of bhaktis, and before.
That's exactly what I didn't want you to learn.
And then before.
You have a pen and paper?
No.
No. Then you have to make a note. You have a phone?
And
Oh my God. You want me to buy you a paper? Well, how do you keep a note?
I just.
No, I don't trust this head. In Kali Yuga, head is not. Let me ask you, like, if you are really starving and hungry somewhere, and there is a food, but you have to pay, and you have a money, but not in your pocket. Somebody lives 20 miles far, in his pocket you kept the money. How do you feel?
Bad,
Why? You have money.
but it's in his pocket.
Oh. So what is the best thing to do? Keep the money where?
In your pocket.
So you have to write or keep a note, like you have to refresh this every few years, then it will stay. You have to repeat this to somebody. Just by hearing it won't stay. Believe me, eventually it fades if you don't practice. For sense gratification, you don't need to learn. But for spiritual life, these technical things, you have to learn. So there are not 3 types of devotion, 3 categories, 3 stages. And you understand the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why it's 3 stages, not 3 types?
It's 3 stages because throughout life you go up.
Yes,
You go
one achieves another stage.
Mm-hmm.
You graduate 1st grade, go to 2nd grade. It's not an option to admit in 3rd grade or 1st grade. Everybody goes through 1st grade. So something like that. So that's a good thing that at least you remember 3 types. It's not 3 types, 3 categories. Okay.
The note you said that happiness is not found in sensation, it is found in. And then I missed the last word.
Happiness is not. Ask him. He said in his brain.
Arjuna.
I want to see his brain.
Why, Arjuna? Huh?
Happiness is not
You said in the brain.
Sensation, it is found in.
You know what they do? You know what they do in India? When the brain doesn't work, they go like this. You have to scratch the brain. See if it comes out. See if it's working. No? It's not working? Try. Just scratch a little harder. You know who did the scratching? Brahma. When Brahma saw that Krishna, his father, a little boy, he's thinking like, that's not my father. My father is Narayana. I mean, he can come in any form, but so that's why he wanted to test him. So he stole the coward boys, the cow. You remember the story? But you know what he thought? At the end, started scratching. How is this? What's going on? How come I have no clue? Then he woke up. He saw a snake, big python, and a deer. They're embracing each other. Instead of python is eating. He saw a big snake and the mice. They're kissing and hugging and chanting Krishna's name. He said, this is not my world. In my world, they don't do it. What they do?
Eat.
Want me to show you? I have a Google picture.
No. I saw a snake this morning.
A
Off
real
topic.
snake or
You just
Google?
keep scratching your head and remember what's the next,
I
what's the
don't
last word to
remember.
the sentence.
I remember.
No, you have to remind him again. What's the sentence he said?
Happiness is not found in sensation; it is found in.
Bhakti.
No,
No,
Sounds
wrong.
right.
Abhinapuri rhymed it.
absorption.
That's it. See, there's there's a way to remember.
So
it.
now you scratch it again, see if it's coming out. What it says?
Absorption.
What is it? No, whole sentence.
No, happiness is not found in sensation. It is found in absorption.
In absorption. Like when you love a girl, you cannot forget. You're not thinking about it, but automatically she's popping in your mind. That's called absorption. When you are love with Krishna, you even without trying, just thinking about it. So beautiful.
And then one more question. The Sadhana Bhakti has
What's
two
going on here?
specific qualities. It just kicked you out.
No. It's right here. I think it's right here.
It's just minimized.
Yeah, it's minimized.
Oh, 12:07.
Yeah.
So we're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just click back on it.
This one.
No, that one. Yeah, there we go.
Hare Krishna. Everybody is back. Had enough rest.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good.
There was
Yeah.
a wonderful conversation going on. Thank you for keeping the mic on unmute so we could hear your conversation. It was really, really inspiring. I couldn't get away from the computer.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was not for.
Yeah,
I
Prabhu,
have
same
a-
here.
Hey,
I really.
I learned a lot from it.
I have a one new student came. How old are you?
14.
14. But he said everything he keeps in his brain, but somehow that didn't work. So I told him to scratch. Maybe it will come out.
Yeah, I also heard this the sense gratification. You don't need to learn. For devotion, you need to. So
Yes,
I
yeah.
also-
Oh my
also
God,
there,
you
I
picked
heard
it very
also.
good. Yes, it's true. Okay, so we start from, we discussed that Prabhupada mentioned that sadhan bhakti will give us bhava bhakti. There are certain prescribed methods for employing our senses and mind in such a way everybody
Prabhuji,
understand that logic, no?
Prabhuji, one second. I don't know what was happening, but your voice was getting all distorted. So we
Oh,
couldn't
really?
hear you. Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe is there a storm coming down out there? It's raining here, I know, but I don't know Alachua what's happening. But you can start. It means we could hear you, but it was distorted. Like
When there's a yellow red mark.
okay, yeah, it's fine. Yes, now now I think it's better. Yeah, you can go ahead now. Start again. Sorry, Prabhu.
Unmute.
Speaker is not working. Please check your connection.
No, that's all right, Prabhu. We can hear you now.
Okay. All right. We are back to this, that Srila Prabhupada writes that or
Again,
a
it's
baby
breaking up, Prabhu.
breaking up. You know, I noticed that here you
Yes, Prabhuji, we can.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to start where we left. Who can tell me how the logic of a child learning how to walk? Have you ever seen or have you ever heard that how child learn how to walk? How a child learn how to walk?
Just by little practice, the walking is in him.
Ah, very good. Well said. So the spirit to walk, it's within the child. If we
Prabhuji, you're getting this recorded again.
again, what's going on?
We couldn't hear the question or whatever you said properly.
This has to do with the Wi-Fi connection.
We are not changing any chord or anything. Everything is fine, right?
Everything.
Well,
It's probably because of the rain.
I can hear you good. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you properly now.
Okay. Can somebody explain me how why the parents are encouraging the child to walk? We can hear, I can hear you.
They're breaking up too. It could be.
It's still lagging.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay, can somebody how parents wants a child to walk?
Prabhuji, let's do one thing. Vishnupriya, can we end the meeting and start it again so that maybe it can clear the problem?
Okay, we can try that.
Okay, so I request everybody to quickly log in, log out and log in again. Thank you.